In this video, we'll introduce how to use CMake Visual Studio to build examples with PDF3D SDK. First, once the SDK is installed, you'll see an examples folder, and we'll pick a suitable example for illustration here, such as Report Example IS. Here you can see the main program and the CMake setup file. First thing to do is to create a new folder, which is New Folder, and name this Build. The next step is to start up CMake, which you'll probably have on the Start menu of your system. We'll start up the GUI version of this. So the first thing to do is to select the file paths here such that the source file is exactly where we've listed that here in our directory, and where to build the binaries is shown in our new subdirectory build, which is currently empty. Once CMake is started, first thing to do is to push configure. If you haven't run it before, then it gives you a chance to select your current compiler. In this case, we're using Visual Studio 2017 in 64-bit. We can see that reported here in the middle of the screen. The first stage scans all our source files, the current environment, the compiler we have, and verifies that all the tools are available. Once that initial scan has been made, you can see we have a couple things to possibly check and verify in here if needed, or we can just go ahead and accept all of those settings with a second push of the configure button. Once that's all clear, we have no more red on the screen, we can push generate, which goes ahead and generates the solution file. Once that's been done successfully, we can close CMake, go into our build directory, and now you'll see all the Visual Studio setup files that have just been created. The main one here is report example is.sln. If we launch this, Visual Studio comes up, and we can check out our current project. We can see we have source files, the main.cpp, header files, etc. We can go to this particular example and set this as our startup project when we wish to run it later on. You can build this either in debug or release. We ship both debug and release libraries, so it's okay just to go ahead and build it in debug for now. You'll need to make sure that x64, which is the default here, matches the compiler type and also the PDF3D SDK type that you've installed. So that's all set up. We can just go to Project Build, and this will go ahead and launch the compile of this particular example. So this has now been built. We have 2 succeeded projects, and we have our main CPP compiled. So then to run it, all I have to do over here is go to Debug, Start Without Debugging, and launch this, and we can see all the messages, the log messages, coming up on our screen as it runs. It's finished, I'll hit Continue, and then we have a suitable PDF that's been generated. If we go over and find that and look at it, we can see that the program in debug mode has been compiled, and then the output file generated report example is. So this is a full 3D PDF containing title string, caption box, legend, and an integrated 3D view with a clipping plane. So that's as easy as it takes to compile almost all the examples in here, and you're welcome to browse them and have a look at any others that come to interest. For more information, see PDF3D.com. Thank you.